I want to thank the Institute for the Study of Knowledge Management in Education for hosting this important inaugural event on education and innovation, and for all of you who have taken time out of your hectic schedules to attend. The Big Ideas Fest is a big idea, but it will take all of you to help find solutions to these seemingly intractable problems in education. The Big Ideas Fest is a gathering where innovation is meant to be designed, shared, celebrated, and rewarded. As educators, we know that learning often happens when people leave behind their usual modes of problem solving, as well as when a diverse group of stakeholders have opportunities to interact in different yet meaningful ways. This event seeks to do what the nation most needs: break down those silos that inhibit change and generate new ideas and strategies that can be brought to scale to improve outcomes at all levels of education and to truly make education relevant to those it serves. Today, 30% of our nation's children, or about 1.2 million students each year, fail to complete high school on time. Only 2/3 of those who do actually graduate go on to any form of college, and far too many students who matriculate fail to earn a degree. To prepare students for the challenges of the global economy, President Obama wants the United States to regain the position it held not long ago as a nation with the highest proportion of college graduates in the world. And he wants every American to have at least 1 year of college, trade, or technical training. The President's goals are absolutely ambitious, but so too is the challenge. The hard truth is that we cannot create a seamless, cradle-to-career pipeline of college-ready students by continuing to do what we're doing today if we only do it just a little bit better. To meet these important, ambitious goals, we need transformational change. We need to balance traditional education with new forms of out-of-school learning. We need to take advantage of what technology can do to accelerate learning and bring new tools to educators to help solve their problems. We can also take advantage of the abundant informal learning opportunities that exist and better integrate them, such as mentoring, science centers, etc. The islands of excellence that now exist in school districts and in higher education have to become the norm, not the exception. We need to bring promising solutions to scale, and we need to build bridges across existing market-based and political barriers to far-reaching reform. In a word, education desperately needs innovation. It's important not to confuse innovation with the generation of just some shiny new ideas or niche inventions. Instead, we need to broker new and collaborative solutions that improve outcomes for our students and that can and will be used to serve hundreds of thousands of teachers and millions of children and young adults throughout K-12 education. Smart innovation and entrepreneurship are not the only way to dramatically accelerate achievement and attainment, but without them, we will surely fall short of our goals and do a grave disservice to learners of all ages. Traditionally, K-12 and higher education systems have not been considered to be bastions of innovation and entrepreneurship. K-12 education, which endures constant change and policy churn, still remains hidebound in traditional modes of school organization, financing, teaching, and technology deployment. U.S. higher education prides itself on being the greatest system in the world, even though other nations are rapidly accelerating their higher education investment, reach, and effectiveness, leaving the U.S. system far behind in such crucial areas as cost, access, and attainment. Across both systems, educators have not yet discovered how best to balance formal and informal learning, harness technology and new forms of pedagogy to improve learning, take advantage of emerging virtual and collaborative learning communities, and make teaching and learning more relevant and learner-centric. To be sure, we have made progress. The notion that nothing has changed in education in 100 years is absolutely false. The establishment of community colleges has created low-cost options for citizens to get much-needed training and to provide a workforce trained to meet local needs. Our best charter schools increase the number of quality educational options available to parents and communities who historically had no real choices about where to send their children to school. Change and entrepreneurship abound, but is still constrained by gaps in our knowledge of effective practices and hybrid models of success. Online courses and open source materials are catching on fast, but we have made only limited investments in understanding which ones are most effective. Smaller, themed schools have sprung up throughout districts, but we have yet to distinguish between approaches that really boost academic achievement and those that do not. The for-profit higher education sector has developed cost-effective strategies for delivering higher education for more students. But these programs face significant regulatory hurdles in states that have stalled their expansion. Using technology to spur innovative pedagogy and assessments and to teach introductory courses has proven to be a successful way to increase student knowledge and attainment and reduce heavy teaching loads for faculty. But these approaches are still nascent in too many institutions. We are on the cusp of a new era of innovation in entrepreneurship and education that was probably unimaginable just a decade ago, but we still have a long way to go. That is why the Obama administration has sought to spark change through the $4.35 billion Race to the Top Fund and the $650 million Invest in Innovation Fund. That Invest in Innovation program, or I3, will provide grants next year intended to build a framework to support innovation for years to come. It will be open to nonprofits and school districts and colleges alike, turnaround specialists, charter schools, and other stakeholders. It will create robust incentives to expand what works, to invest in promising practices, and boldly innovate. We know that real innovation is often met with skepticism and initial resistance. Yet we also know that innovation and inspiration often come from the most unexpected of places. So we're looking to educators and stakeholders like you and events like this to unleash your creativity and help build the next generation of educational reform. We hope that you will have an engaging, productive, and stimulating time there at Half Moon Bay, and we'll be anxious to learn more about the ideas, the strategies, and incentives that emerge from this meeting. Best of luck for a great inaugural conference. Thank you so much.